still. It's morning. Hi, Carol. VD, hi. Ving, hello. Hi, Fanny. Stacy, Ades. That's popping up very fast. I'm missing out some of you. Karen, Sue, Vanessa, hi. Okay, so I believe that we all are practicing today, not just shipping in and checking out the introduction part and just coming in and out for a while. So do practice, and if you are busy right now, I'll be uploading as usual on my YouTube, so refer to that with a better sound and quality of picture as well. However, I was just wanted to tell you all into the Instagram that I failed to save my core practice, the one which we did the other day. For some reason, my battery of the microphone was off and the entire thing just didn't have any sounds at all. So I might as well want to do another core class next week. So we have that as a recorded version on my YouTube. Hi, Fi. So today is hip opening level 2. We did this last 2 weeks before as well, and it would be slightly different from that practice we did last time. So I hope that you're ready and practice together with me. Let's work hard. Please choose your options because the level would be somewhere in between level 2 to level 3. Well, again, as I always say, this is relative to what your standard of practice is. So do not worry if you feel like, oh, this is pretty intense for me or this is difficult. As long as options are being chosen properly, you would be good and it would be a perfect practice, no matter whether or not you're able to take your legs overhead. So instead of thinking of getting into the final posture, enjoy the process of the practice and enjoy being there together with me. And let's start the practice. If you want to turn off the comment, you can just press once at the center of the screen, and the comments, I think only 1 or 2 comments left out and goes off the rest of it. Listening again is more powerful than watching itself. Of course, you should be watching if there are certain things which are new for the body to observe that you're doing them right. Apart from that, it is all about embracing your journey within and confronting it. Okay, so let us begin. So today I have got another student of mine. Her name is Yu. Yu is a yoga teacher. She have done advanced teacher training with me, and she has got a great practice. So I just thought this morning, why not just ask her to come over and help me out. So let's start the practice. Yep, everybody ready? Please stand up. Bring the feet together. Join the palms in front of your heart and close your eyes for a moment. Allow your breath to start communicating with your inner self. And slow down in this process of the practice. Within all ups and downs of life, feel that sense of gratitude to this holistic science of yoga, which keeps us mentally and physically healthy and positive. Let every practice offer you with some more deeper understanding of the self, both externally and internally. Allow the breath to start getting deeper here. And then mentally or verbally, let us chant one Om. Take an inhale. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Allow the eyes to gently open up when you're ready. Relax the hands. Face forward and come into a wide stance position for the goddess. So turning front, widen out the legs. Turn your toes sideways, around at 180 degrees from each other. Bring the hands on your hips. Let's do a couple of squats to work through the quads line, the adductor line, as well as the outer glutes. On the next inhale, squat down and bring the thighs parallel to the floor. Spine is straight, tailbone goes forward. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Hold it. This time raise arms over your head. Interlock the fingers together. Lengthen the sides of the body. Push the hips forward and aim to push the knees backwards. If you can draw in a slight posterior tilt of the pelvis, scooping the tailbone front, do so. Take another inhale. As you exhale, incline the body forwards parallel to the ground level. Keep the spine long. Allow the chest to go below the line of the knees for one breath. Now bring your palms on the inside of your knees. Push the knees away from each other, so create more space around those inner thighs. So if you wish to sway your hips from one side to another or just want to keep that as a static practice, let the chest stay low. Keeping the chest low ensures that the adductors, the groins are under a deep stretch. Seize the movement, stay there for 2 more breaths. Let those arms start working hard to push the knees away from each other, from the midline of the body. One last inhale. Exhale, relax the palms down to the mat. Turn your toes facing forward, straighten the legs for Prasarita. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale and fold forward gently. Staying down there, wrap your arms behind the back, interlock the fingers and stretch out the shoulders. Have the weight transferred behind towards your heels there. That would offer more space for the torso to come over and the arms to be driven further down towards the mat. Just a passive stretch on those hamstrings. I'll be doing more with them soon. Take one more inhale. Relax the palms all the way down. Lift the body halfway up, inhale. Turn your right foot towards the right side. And come into Skandasana, bend the right knee and squat down. Keep the palms down to the mat to begin with. Many of us may not be able to ground that right heel, and if that's the condition, keep the palms down on the mat throughout. Now wrap your right arm across the right shin, take the left hand back and give yourself a twist, opening up the body. If you're choosing to have the palms still down to the mat, that's perfectly fine. One more breath. Relax the palms down in front of you. Begin to walk the hands forward as if you want to bring your chest and the forehead down to the floor. And this time the sense of stretch would slightly change back again to those groin region. One more breath. And then slowly walk back up to the starting position. Stay there. Your left arm grabs the right ankle. Raise the right hand up on the inhale, lengthen. Exhale and take a gentle side lean. So lateral bend on your left side. You may be able to reach the outer edge of your left foot, or it might be just a simple side bend. So choose the option depending on how much flexibility the hamstrings are offering you right now. Work on lifting through the bottom ribs as the twist increases. One more breath. Come all the way back up to the center. Inhale, relax the palm. Press down into the palm, lift the hips and switch the side. So turning the left foot towards the left side. Palm stays down to the mat to begin the practice. Sink the butt slow. Spine is long. Inhale here. Let's go. Wrap the left arm through the front of your shin. Right arm goes from behind. Letting the ribs to start twisting and turning, looking upwards. And take one step at a time. Maybe you are still choosing to have the palms down and not all the way wrapped. Press those heels down instead of trying to work on too much of opening through the hips line. Release the hands, bring them back to the center, lengthen on the inhale, and then exhale, walk forward and fold, bringing the chest and the forehead towards the front. Notice if you are finding any significant difference in between your left and right side. Walking back up slowly. Right palm reaches the left ankle. Left arm raises all the way up. Inhale. Exhale and go for a lateral bend. Just a side bend, maybe 45 degrees or maybe all the way down to reach the outer edge of the foot. Well, for some of our body types, it may Mix your arms down, push and come back up in Prasarita. Take another inhale there. Exhale and fold forward. Grab your ankle and sink the head down, sink the chest down in between the thighs. Couple of breaths. One more breath. Bring your hands to the hips. Come all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, bring your feet together. Have both your arms grabbing hold of the foot to do this, or only one arm. So choose your option. Always challenging to get that bottom leg strong, so work towards it. Good. Bend the leg, come back and release. All the way down. Take a breath in and out. Switch side, right comes up. Grab hold of the big toe, left hand on the left hip, extend the right leg out. Hold it for a couple of breaths, even though you're going deeper. First couple of breaths spent here. Easier versions paves way for deeper versions. And go ahead. If you it doesn't matter how deep you are in. Bend that right leg, come all the way back up and relax. Take another breath in and out. Wrap your arms behind into a reverse namaste. With the next exhale, lean your torso forward and lift your left leg up into a warrior 3. So left leg goes back and up as the chest starts to move forwards and down. Now parallel line is where you want to stay for the first breath, and if that works better, you might want to bring the chest all the way down as if you want to touch your chest to the right thigh as the left leg keeps going upward. Keep the weight slightly on the outer edge of the right foot, always safer that way. Last breath. Then let's do a half moon there. Walk your right palm forwards a couple of inches. So stack the right wrist and shoulders in one plane. Open up the left hip. Bend the left knee and grab the left ankle. Start pushing the left foot away from the butts. And as and when you're ready, start rotating the bottom ribs and look up from the left side all the way. See that your right leg is strong and your fingertips are light for your right palms. Gaze down. Release the left palm down, taking a standing split here. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. Keeping the upper leg strong, you might want to have your right arm grabbing in the right ankle, but always keep the weight back to your heel. Upper leg straight, maybe reaching somewhere around 180, maybe it's a 90 degree, doesn't matter again, it's about your hamstrings, work with them. Last breath. And then relax the palms down. Bring your left foot together with your right foot. Join them in. Come all the way up in standing. Inhale. Namaste. Relax arms and take 2 breaths. Side 2. Arms goes back. Reverse prayer again. Shoulder. Right leg going up. Work on getting the bottom leg straight. Falling is a part of practice, so don't worry if you lose balance out. Keep working. It helps us to dissolve the ego more when we fall. Strong bottom leg. Upper leg straighter and higher. Last breath. Rest the palms down. Ready for a half moon. So left and then release the right palm down. Keeping the right leg straight up, inhale, lengthen, then exhale, fold over into standing split. Left palm grabbing in the left ankle, or it can be down on the mat. Choose. Upper leg straight, doesn't matter the angle. Bottom leg strong, weight shifts back to the heel. Maybe if you want to add on more, square in your hips. It intensifies the feeling around the glutes and hamstrings. And then seize, come into plank, inhale in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing, maybe a cobra at the back isn't ready. Exhale into downward facing dog. One more time, plank, inhale. Exhale in Chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing. Exhale into downward facing dog. Nice. Elevate your right leg all the way up. Bend the right knee, open it out to the left side. Stay there. So open up the line of your hip flexor of the right leg. So you want to stay on your palm or on the fingertips. Avoid resting the elbows down unless until you really require that, and that would be as an easier option. Definitely go ahead for taking it in case it's too strong onto the hips already. The loading is more when the elbows are off, and the back knee is definitely off. Last breath, staying really low, sinking the chest and hips. Relax the left knee down. Walk the palms all the way up next to your foot. Let's do a low lunge. So walk both your palms up on top of your right thigh. Stay low with the hip. Now if you need to pad underneath your left kneecap, please do so. Square in the hips as the left hip goes forward. The right arm goes back. Grab hold of the right foot and bring the heel into the hip. Rather, your left palm goes back. Grab hold of your left foot. Bring the heel into the hips. Notice that the spine is upright. If the spine tends to descend forward, there is a significant drop of the stretch on the hip flexor of your left leg. Addition of the stretch would be to draw the left hip bone front, taking the right side back, and maybe even a slight posterior pelvic tilt. One more breath. And then release the back leg gently. Bring the palms down. Slide your right leg through into Hanuman Asana. Keep the spine long there to begin with. Now you might want to have a block underneath the hip in case a Hanuman does take longer time. Keeping the spine upright, let's continue with the previous practice, and this is optional. You can just hold Hanuman or take the left arm back. Grab the left foot, draw the heel into the hip. The back hip rotates. The weight shifts slightly towards the inner left thigh. The spine is tall. One last breath. Slowly release the leg back. When you're ready, press back into a 3-leg down dog. Raise the right leg back up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, 3-leg. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Straight away moving on. Reaching the left leg up. Bend the left knee, open it out, right side, stay. Stretching the left quads, pressing the right heel. Straighten the left, lunge the foot forwards in between the palm. For a lizard, walk the foot towards the side. These are options. For some, you might be feeling even the back knee is down to the mat. It's already extremely challenging for me. Go ahead. We want this practice to be an all-level practice, starting from beginners to intermediate. So choose the right option. Final breath. Good. Walk back up slowly. Center your left foot. Low lunge. Palms walks on top of your left thigh. Pad underneath the right kneecap if necessary. Spine long, butt slow. Right hip sent forward. Left hip is being drawn back. Spine super long. Tailbone scooping front. Heel pressing down into the butt, so coming closer into it. And then a slow release. Set the palms down. Slide your front foot through. Hanuman. Right hip bone forwards. Spine elongated. And let's go ahead. Stay, use a block if needed, or grab hold of your back foot. Bring the heel into the hips. Drawing the right side of the hip forward. Left being drawn back, flexing the left foot. We have a plantar flexion, which is to point the toes. We have a dorsiflexion, which is to bring the toes towards you. So here, anatomically, this is a dorsiflexion, drawing the toes in towards us. And then slow release. Push back in a 3-leg down dog. Into plank. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale, push back. Rest here for 2 breaths. Gaze forward, step or jump in between your palms on the next breath you take in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, come in Utkatasana, bend knees, reaching arms up. Samasthiti, relax. Take 2 breaths. Face forward, please. So I'll be doing a series of 3 poses together. First one is just Uttita Hasta Padangushtasana on the side, with the option of going into Dandayaman Trivikramasana. From there we go to Vatayanasana, horse pose, and from there we go into a flying pigeon, Ekapada Galavasana. So when you demonstrate the last pose, you turn to the side, the rest all facing front. Let's lift the left leg up on the left side. Grab hold of the big toe and extend out the leg. Option 1. Option 2, bend the left knee, grab the heel and extend it up. Option 3, draw that foot in, reach the right hand from the top and see if you could go into the outer edge or ankle. You can stay with both hands supporting you or to extend the left arm out on the side. Choose. Staying there for 3 breaths. Bend the left knee. Come into a half lotus. So set your left foot on top of the right upper thigh. Join the palms in prayer. Bend your right knee and squat down and slowly reach your palms all the way down to the floor. Now set your left knee at least 6 inches behind your right heel. So 6 inches behind and slightly diagonally orienting from the right foot. Stay with the palms down. Now this can be quite intense on your knee, so please take care. You may want to set your left knee up on a block, so elevating the surface, or pad it up if you need. Having the hands down to the mat can be your final option. The next one could be to walk your palms up on top of your right thigh. And the final one, eagle arm, right arm under, left on top. Remember all these steps. Again, you might just want to have the palms down on the mat and your knee, the back knee resting on a block to begin up with. This is a rare pose. Vatayanasana, we don't really do it often. Lots of ankle and knees. Great. Bring the palms down slowly if not. Lift your body halfway, so straighten the right leg. Turn your angle sideways, so just that it is clear. Draw your left foot down, so your left foot is just above the right knee. You're going to lock the left toe across the right upper arm and your shin over your left upper arm. Hover the body forward, letting the toes to feel light and stay there. Next option, just the toes up. Stay there, or maybe the toe is still down. Final option, extend all the way up into the full form of the pose. Flying pigeon pose, Ekapada Galavasana. The key here is to try using the left leg's power to push against the arms so your butts are always high. For 3 more. Long leg. 2. Bend that right leg. Set it down and with control come all the way up in standing, keeping your half lotus. And when you're steady, relax the palms and legs down. Rest for 2 breaths. 1 more deep breath. And let's switch side. That probably was challenging for most of us. So again, choose the wise options and let's do it right. Lifting the opposite leg up. So right goes up. Option 1, grab toe, extend out. 2, grab heel, extend. 3, draw the leg close to you. Reach the opposite arm to the opposite foot or ankle. Both arms could be assisting or extending one side out. Dandayaman 3, Vikramasana. Standing lateral split. Even though we call this as a lateral split, it's because the leg is on the side, but it is the hamstring which works, not the adductors. Unlike when we do an actual lateral split in seating. 1 more breath. Bend the right knee, set it up, half lotus. Palms comes in prayer when you're ready. Bend the bottom leg. Take your time to reach the palms all the way down. Set the right knee down and back. Keep it diagonally off from your left foot, around 6 to 8 inches behind. Option 1, keep your palms down, stay. Option 2, maybe walking the palms on top of the left thigh. If you have a bad ankle, definitely not recommended to take second option either. And the third one, eagle arms, left arm under. And check all those choices to make. Maybe resting the knee up above a block. Spine stays lengthened. Last breath. And relax the palms. Push yourself back all the way up. Draw the right foot down, so angle the shin parallel to the front line of the mat. Hook the right foot against the left triceps and set the shin over your right tricep. Actively push your right leg into the arms. Actively push your right leg into the arms, and that would be the key to keep the hips higher. And then lean forward, letting the hips to go up, and maybe then extending the leg back and up. Maybe just tiptoeing. Upper leg strong for 3. For 1 more. Stay high, long leg. And then bend it down, slow return. With control, come back up in standing. Keep your half lotus. And relax your arms, relax your foot. Rest your arms, take 2 breaths. Let's move on. Top of the mat. Raise arms up. Inhale. Fold forward, reach down, exhale. Lift halfway, inhale. Back in down dog, walk. Rest for a few breaths before we start up with our next sequence. Well, let's go. Again, some deeper hips. Lunge your right foot forwards. Vishwamitrasana, flying warrior. Now the option would be to drop the left knee down to the ground. Turn the left foot backwards. And insert the right shoulder under. Grab hold of the right ankle with the left arm and extend out fully or partially. That's your option. Because you can do the full posture. Set yourself up. Insert the shoulder deep in. Lean and get into the pose. Look forward, easier to balance. Unless you want to challenge, then look up. Next option, unsupported version, raising the left arm up. Steady, focus on your left foot, that stabilizes balance here. And then grab the foot again if you have left it out. Bend the right knee, bring it back down to the floor. Set your left knee down on the mat. We'll be doing a deep hip opening. Move your right shoulder behind the right knee. Grab hold of your right ankle with the left arm. Insert the back of the head at the posterior plane of the right ankle. Now you want to have ideally perpendicular line in between the right shin and the left thigh. Stay there. And the next variation would be to bend your back leg, rotate the femur externally, grab the foot and draw the toes in towards the chin. This second part would not be a recommended option if you are struggling to insert the head behind your ankle at the first. So please choose the option right. Gentle and slow release. Move the head out. We'll be doing a Hanuman asana with a variation now. So keep your right shoulder under the right knee. Grab hold of the right ankle with your left arm. Slide your right foot forward. Walk your left leg backwards as arm stays under and get into a deeper version of Hanuman. Obviously, again, option is to do a regular Hanuman asana if a Hanuman itself is a challenging form for you. More advanced would be to bend your left knee, internally rotate your right arm and reach the foot and draw the heel into the hip. Super deep on the quads and hamstrings, hip flexor. Sometimes when we see options, we feel like one posture can be done in so many modified forms, and it's an endless journey to explore our practice. Release the back leg, return back out so you can exit out from your right arm coming outside and then pull back in a 3-leg down dog. Plank, Vinyasa, Chaturanga, up dog and down dog. Rest for 2 breaths before we switch. Let's continue. Left foot lunging forward. Set your right sole down or right knee down. Left shoulder under. Just go straight away into the normal version. You. Lift the back knee or set it down. Your choice. Shoulder under. Grab hold of your ankle or the edge of the foot. Open up. Keeping the stability through the right foot. Stay or go into unsupported version. And as we go into that unsupported, there is a tendency of the upper leg to slip down a bit. Slight bend of your left arm would assist to create a shelf and the leg doesn't slide off. Last breath. And reach the right palm into your left ankle again as the knee bends. Put your left foot down, set your right knee down. Get a closer distance. If your back leg is a bit too far away, you want to come closer with that. So attaining perpendicular line between the back femur and the front shin. Insert your left shoulder under. Grab hold of the left ankle with your right arm. The back of the head goes behind your left ankle. As long you're feeling a nice stretch around the hips, the posture is being done in a proper aspect. Grabbing hold of your back foot would be your next choice if you did, or if you did not, simply be there. Last few breaths. Release the leg off. Exit out the head. Walk the legs far away from each other as the left shoulder stays under. Grab hold of your left ankle. As both legs walks, we slide into a deeper Hanuman. Shall I drop my chest down on the mat? Yes. And you ought to feel that your left leg floats a bit off the mat as the ribs gets down, which is normal. Try not to internally rotate your left thigh as much, and that will keep the form still the same in the hamstring stretching. So bend your back leg for your next option. Reach and pull the heel in. Last few breaths. Slowly release the back leg, exit out your left arm, pull back in a 3-leg down dog. May not be one of the most graceful returns there, and that's fine. Grace builds up through control, control builds through practice. Plank, chaturanga, up and down dog. Bring the knees down, cross your legs and sit back. Straighten out the legs, lie down on your back. Rest here for a few breaths. We'll be working with simple modifications of Ekapada Shirsasana now. To begin with, bend both your legs like you want to do a bridge as a preparation. Now bring your right knee into the chest. Externally rotate the right thigh, moving your right foot towards the left elbow, and hug the outside of your right calf. So edges of the elbows knots in towards the right foot and the right knee for your left and right side respectively. Draw the leg close up towards your chest and chin, creating deeper stretch around the hips. Alright, hold the outer edge of your right foot with your left palm. Insert the right shoulder underneath the right knee, lift the head up. Place the back of your right ankle behind your head and stay. For some, you may just put the leg on top of the head. For some, it might be behind the neck. Some, it might be deeper. So it's your practice. Stay for a few breaths. As the left arm draws your right foot towards the left shoulder. Left arm draws the right foot towards the left shoulder. Move the chin away from the chest. And release it. Put down the right foot, take 2 breaths. Switch side, lift your left leg up. Bring the knee into the chest and bring your left foot close towards the right elbow. Hug in your leg. Wrapping through, bring the shin close to the chin. Stay there. Okay, let's begin. Grab the outer edge of the left foot with the right arm, lift the head, move the left shoulder behind your left knee. Right now it's going to be in front of the posterior left knee. And then go ahead. Use the right arm to draw the leg behind the head. The chin going away from the chest as the right palm pulls the left foot towards the right shoulder. One more time, using the palm, draw the foot downwards, Move the chin upwards. Good. And release it. Put it down, rest for 2 breaths, and we'll be doing this one more round. Holding is fairly short, and Ekapada Shirsasana really works on very deep muscle, the 6 outer hip rotator muscles, and they need a few rounds at least to be able to feel that some changes are building up inside the body. So one of those tough practices. Let's go. Right leg once again, straight away. Grab hold of the outer edge of your right foot, bring the right shoulder forwards, and take the leg back. For those of you already have this practice, you can choose to do this in seated position as well. You can do any modifications of the practice of your choice. Keep pulling the foot down into the shoulder, chin going away from chest. And a slow release. Switch side. 1 breath. And then bring it on. Holding the outer edge of the left foot. Back of the ankle, shoulder. Pull back and down. Drawing the foot downwards. Moving the chin up. Slow release. Rest in a butterfly pose for 2 breaths, and we'll be practicing 1 round of Yoga Nidra. Okay, so the simplest way of attaining Yoga Nidra is start from a happy baby, and from a happy baby bring the outer edges of your feet together, letting the knees to go out on the side. Pull the feet towards your face, and this can be your final form. If you do not have both legs overhead, you're exactly stretching the same muscle group here. Or the next choice can be cross your leg, 1 foot over another one, and then bring the arms underneath the ankle, lift the head up, and try to put the legs crossing just on top of the head, and that's enough. Or maybe if you have the range, try taking the legs further back. You can do 1 leg followed by another leg at a time, so your choice of how you want to enter. But this is mainly for beginners. If you're not able to get into the full form, simply do a happy baby with prayer feet position and draw the feet close to you, or try crossing leg and pushing it in. Let's hold this for 30 seconds time. Breathe, calm down. Control and a slow release of both your legs. Rest in a butterfly and take a couple of breaths in and out. Now those leg overheads does create quite a lots of tension around the neck area. So let us release our neck with a fish pose. So straighten the legs as the palms gets inserted underneath the butts. Press the elbows down, lift the chest. Bring the crown of the head down, or your head can just hover freely. Now let's release the lumbar area slightly. So stay where you are, bend the knees, bring the heels close towards the fingers. Now lift your butts all the way up as the feet presses down. It's a form of a bridge, but done on the crown of the head. Stay there, or if you even wish to have a good stretch around the back, then push yourself up in a wheel. Lots of flexion around the spine with leg overheads and all those forward bends. So if you don't feel the wheel is yet a ready posture for the body, it's perfectly good. Just stay back in your previous form. Hold this for 5 more breaths. Open up the front of the body nicely. Shoulders works, chest opens. And then set it back down slowly. Give a hug to your legs and roll side to side a few times. Roll forward, come up into sitting. Face forward. Let's do a butterfly. And join the soles of your feet together. Cooling down practice. Keeping the knees low. Inhale, lengthen up fully. And then exhale, fold forward. With closed eyes, take 10 slow and full breaths. That should approximately take 30 seconds. If your breaths are longer, it will be taking longer. That means you'll be breathing less number of time in that given 30 seconds. And slowly come back out of it. Open your legs in a straddle, a side split. You can open from seated position, or you can go from the top. Try to see how far is the straddle opening. It should be feeling almost max you can attain right now after all these warm-up are done. Inhale, lengthen up now. Exhale, go for a gentle forward fold. One minute here. Breathe. Last 30 seconds, if you wish to modify, getting less deep or more, that's fine. Slowly walk out and exit. Bring the palms behind the lateral edges of your thighs and draw the legs up together to hug them. Take 2 breaths. Lie down on your back. The closure of those adductors. Come into eagle leg, right leg on top. Bring the legs to the left side. Half a minute again. Closed eyes. The breath guides now. Come back and switch left on top, legs to the right. Come back to the center. Release your legs. Set the palms next to the body. Take a moment to scan from the top of the head down to the bottom of the feet for any final adjustments or maybe any stretches which you wish to do before letting go into Shavasana. I recommend you to do at least a 10-minute Shavasana here, knowing it was a challenging practice. And the length of Shavasana decides the assimilation of all the benefits which the body takes in, the mind takes in as the practice is over. So enjoy your Shavasana. Thank you everyone for joining in. I hope you learned something different, something, maybe nothing different, but the difference is really within us, because sometimes we see something in a different perspective, and that creates a difference. Thank you for joining in. If there is any particular kind of class you want me to cover, please let me know. Please write down in the comments, and I will try my best. And keep up with your practices. I'll be leading a yin and yang on Saturday 11:30, day after tomorrow. So please join me. It would be here as well. It would be here in the Instagram. So thank you. And I haven't seen any comments regarding any specific kind of class or any comments which you might have for clarification of what was being done today, anything which were difficult. Do let me know, and I still have time. Instagram haven't started giving me back timing yet. Thank you, Elephantelli, Danny, Sylvia. Thanks, Wendy. Well, I know your practice, and since I know it's I won't say it's super tight, but Yu is pretty flexible on her hips, especially the adductors and hamstrings are really flexible. So definitely a great model for a hip opening class. Way much better than me. And this morning I was having a slight tension around my scapula area from yesterday's practices, so I thought that I do need an assistance to help me out. Okay, so Instagram has started giving me a back timer, and I have just 1 minute left. Sue, if you feel this is a very advanced class, the previous one which I did last week was slightly easier than this, similar theme though. Please refer to that, and it's on my YouTube channel, and I'll upload this on my YouTube channel on coming days by tomorrow. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Namaste. Thank you everyone. I'm not taking everybody's name over here because there's many of you, not fair. So thank you everyone. Thank you. I love you all. Thank you.